Mucklick here, and I make concise, spoiler-free game reviews to help you decide if you want to buy something without spoiling the game for you. This is Wizard with a Gun, a roguelike action-adventure video game for 1 or 2 players. It is available on PC, PS5, Xbox SS, and is rated E for everyone 10 and up. In full disclosure, I received this game for free as part of my work, but the goal of this review is to determine whether or not this game is worth its $25 price tag for you. The game's setting with no spoilers beyond the tutorial. You play the role of a wizard with a gun at the end of the world. Literally, the world has ended and chaos is eating away at the remains. However, you have access to the Wizard Tower, a place separated from the main world, and a relic called the Wheel that can turn back time 5 minutes. This allows you to play for 5 minutes outside the tower, collecting materials and improving yourself before the world ends. Your goal is to find other components or gears for the wheel to enable you to turn back time even further, giving you access to more of the world before it was destroyed. You use this power to get access to more and more areas and materials and tech up to try to find a way to stop chaos and stop creation from being destroyed. The general gameplay. After turning back the wheel, you step outside the tower, collect materials, kill monsters, scan things for new recipes, and talk to NPCs that haven't died yet. If you find chaos creatures before the timer runs out, you can kill them to extend the timer. After the time runs out, they begin spawning everywhere and destroying the world, so you can stay for a while past the timer, but it does get hectic fast. If you run back into the Wizard Tower without dying, you keep all the materials you have acquired. You can use these to research new abilities and craft better ammo for your weapons, such as the standard bullets, flame bullets, freezing bullets, lightning bullets, healing bullets, revive bullets, charm bullets that convince enemies to fight for you, and dozens more. After arming yourself appropriately, you could store the materials you couldn't immediately use for later so you don't risk them outside, turn back the wheel, and head out again. If you do die, you pop back into the Wizard Tower without the loot and are able to head out again. If you are in multiplayer, the other person does have options to revive you in the field should they wish to, because, I don't know, maybe you didn't pay them back for lunch or something. Wizard with a Gun took me about 12 hours of gameplay for my first playthrough, focusing on the main objectives. If you'd like to spend more time decorating and building, you could get more time out of it than that. Comparisons to other games. While many of my viewers told me this reminded them of Don't Starve, I think this reminded me most of Cult of the Lamb, with the contrast of building and creating things while you're in town and then the roguelike aspect while you are out in the field. The game's graphics were cartoony and fun. Something especially fun here was that everything interacted with everything else. Shocking, burning, freezing, or breaking things affected the world around you, and the game did a great job of showing it. The sound effects for all of the attacks were on point and reliable to let you know what was going on. The music was a nice mix of Wild West twang combined with magical elements that definitely captured the vibe of a wizard with a gun. Controls. Wizard with a Gun can be played with controller or mouse and keyboard. I played it on mouse and keyboard and had no issues. If you wish to rebind any keys, the game does allow that. Perfect. Saving system. The game saves whenever you close the game or whenever you finish a run, be it successfully or from dying. Content creator concerns? None. I streamed my entire playthrough on Twitch and uploaded the entire thing to our Muckluck Plays YouTube channel and did not experience any muted VODs or have any issues with copyright claims. Do I have anything negative to say? Not really. I didn't experience any bugs during my playthrough and everything worked marvelously. The only thing that could come close to a negative criticism here is that I would love to see more content for the game, such as more endgame systems to do after I collect all the gears. However, the game does say they are working on more updates and content, so fingers crossed in that department. Final thoughts. Wizard with a Gun was an adorable game that played very well and had a surprisingly good story for a roguelike. Like, nothing against roguelikes, I love them, but most of them you don't expect a compelling story for the type of game that it is, so when I got one here, I was pleasantly surprised. Despite playing it right after launch, I had a completely bug-free experience as well. While I look forward to seeing more content added for the game soon, the game's systems are such that I believe it would be easy for them to expand upon them, adding more components for the wheel that add more landmass to the game and such. But for the reasons I've listed, if you think you or you and a friend would enjoy this title, I think that Wizard with a Gun absolutely felt worth its price. This video was not sponsored, so if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button to help us out with the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to see more of my own playthrough of Wizard with a Gun, I'll include a link to that playlist from our other channel down below. Subscribe there too. As always, a massive thank you to our dear patrons who make content like this possible. If you'd like to become a supporter and earn early access, there's a link to that in the description. Happy blasting.